This is 3 News Daily.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 3 News Daily on this beautiful Wednesday, April 12th. I am Stephanie Haney here with your top stories from around our area. And we start first with an update in West Geauga. 9 days after a student was caught with a gun and bullets in school, the West Geauga School District is taking major steps to enforce better security. Our Lydia Esparra takes us to a special meeting in Geauga County last night where parents got answers to their questions.
At the school board meeting in the West Geauga School District,
Resolution 119 is a resolution to declare an urgent necessity to replace certain PA systems.
it was a vote that was not going to reach any resistance.
Coleman Walsh?
Yes.
Ms. Leavenworth?
Yes.
Mrs. Sherwood?
Yes.
Voting for a PA system that was not working properly the day a student brought a gun into the high school. Dr. Rich Markwartz is the school's superintendent.
On the 3rd, we had an outage temporarily of our PA system at both our high school and middle school. Ironically, that was a day when we had a security scare at the high school. And the PA system, while it's only one of many of the tools that we use in a situation like that, caused some challenges at the middle school.
It was April 3rd when police say Brandon Morissette was arrested for having a gun in class. Morissette had a fully loaded handgun with 3 loaded magazines. Investigators say the 18-year-old had every intention of shooting multiple students at the high school. When another student found a bullet in the bathroom near the cafeteria, an investigation into its origins began. So when the PA system didn't work, teachers were emailed about the possible threat. Tuesday's meeting was a rush for a new system or fix the old one for the 2 buildings.
We put the safety of our students foremost, and obviously this requires some speed in terms of rectifying the situation.
The district has also laid out new safety plans. Clear backpacks for medical reasons only. Otherwise, backpacks must be stored in the lockers. Musical instruments, if they don't fit in your locker, store them in the band room. Coats no longer permitted in the school. They will also be stored in the lockers. These changes, Marquardt says, are needed after what happened on April 3rd.
It's really a prioritization of the safety needs of the schools.
You certainly cannot be too careful these days. Thank you for that information, Lydia. Now we have new developments in Maple Heights. Police are looking for the 2 people you see on your screen in connection with a murder yesterday morning. We're told it happened around 7 a.m. and police were called to Clare Avenue and Warrensville Center Road for reported gunshots. They found a man who had been shot and later died. Maple Heights police have identified the victim as 52-year-old Antonio Brown. If you know who these people are, you are asked to call the Maple Heights Police Department. And a Cleveland Browns player was arrested on an assault charge in Texas. Harris County court records show that he's accused of injuring a woman he was dating. We're talking about Winfrey, a defensive tackle for the Cleveland Browns. The 22-year-old tackle had charges filed against him on Tuesday. This is a developing story, but we can tell you that he's been released from police custody on a $1,000 bond, and we'll bring you more details as we get them. Now, the city of Cleveland is moving ahead with plans to sue TikTok over the surge in Kia and Hyundai thefts there. Cleveland's law director is reviewing a potential lawsuit against the social media platform after City Council passed a resolution to hold TikTok accountable last week. Lena Lai has details on that potential lawsuit.
Hundreds of videos on TikTok drawing tens of millions of views. Car thieves exploiting a design flaw in Kias and Hyundais and showing how easy it is to steal one in less than a minute.
Come on, you've aided and abetted a criminal activity.
Cleveland City Councilman Mike Polensek has had enough. Car thefts jumped 116% this year. Right now, on average, about 1 car stolen every hour of every day in the city. Most Kias and Hyundais.
So there is a great deal of frustration. There's a great deal of anger being directed.
So City Council passed a resolution urging the mayor and law department to sue TikTok after suing Kia and Hyundai last month. Cleveland is now one of 8 cities across the country suing the car makers for the public toll the thefts have taken. It's a legal approach successfully used against drug companies for the opioid crisis.
Where does it end?
But it's an approach that Case Western law professor Andrew Paulus calls somewhat dubious.
And we're starting to see these other kinds of public nuisance cases in situations where really there is no
duty, I don't think, on the part of a car manufacturer to insulate a city from these kinds of expenses.
But going after TikTok is especially challenging because of federal law generally protecting social media platforms from what its users post.
It's not just TikTok going out and doing this. It's somebody viewing something on TikTok and then going out and stealing a car.
It certainly would be interesting if that lawsuit is able to move forward. So far, Cleveland is the only city trying to go after TikTok. Councilmember Polensik hopes to get other states to join in and maybe federal support to address the issue. Now, there is a massive industrial fire still burning in Richmond, Indiana. That's about 3.5 hours southwest from Cleveland. And fire officials there say the smoke is definitely toxic. Plastic is definitely burning at the site, and the mayor of Richmond says this recycling plant was a known fire hazard. The fire started on Tuesday, and as we said, it's still burning. Officials say it could be days before the fire is out, and they won't know the cause of the fire until they're able to put it out. So far, about 2,000 people have been evacuated from the Richmond, Indiana area. Turning to politics now, Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg has filed a federal lawsuit against Republican House Judiciary Committee Chair Jim Jordan of Ohio. Bragg wants to block a House Judiciary Committee subpoena issued to a former prosecutor who played a key role in Bragg's criminal investigation of former President Donald Trump. Last night, Representative Jordan tweeted, quote, "First they indict a president for no crime, then they sue to block congressional oversight when we ask questions about the federal funds they say they used to do it." The representative sharing his opinion there. All right, we have another update for you this afternoon on that video of an Amherst bus driver yelling at students after she says she reached her breaking point. We followed up with Jackie Miller, now retired, on what it means to her that the GoFundMe campaign created on her behalf by a total stranger has now raised over $109,000.
It's been unbelievably humbling to have, I'm nobody, I'm just a little granny bus driver. And these people doing this for me is amazing.
It certainly is. Now, Jackie says she'll be doing some traveling and saving the majority of the money for her retirement. And she's hoping that this whole incident continues to spark dialogue for meaningful change for bus drivers. Now today, state representatives and local law enforcement gathered in Lodi to remember fallen police officer Captain Carl Summers. Avon Lake Road will be named after Captain Summers, who died on December 10, 1977 in a hit-skip crash. Captain Summers was a United States Air Force veteran and had served with the Lodi Police Department for 7 years when he was killed, leaving behind his wife and daughter. Switching gears now to talk about your Cleveland Guardians. They continue their homestand today against the New York Yankees, and right now the series is all tied up with 1 win apiece. The series wraps up today. That first pitch was at 1:10 with Peyton Battingfield on the mound for the Guardians, making his major league debut.
Oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me.
And coming soon to Progressive Field, the Guardians are welcoming Walk the Moon, known for their hit single Shut Up and Dance, for a special concert after the home game on June 24th. If you buy a ticket to the game, you get free admission to the concert, and we've got a link to buy game tickets on WKYC.com. All right, let's talk Cleveland's food scene for a second. Cleveland's known for many things: museum, sports, and now hot dogs. The food website Taste Atlas released its list of the 10 highest rated hot dogs in the world, and Cleveland's Polish Boy squeezed in at number 10. If you've never tried one, it's a kielbasa topped with coleslaw, fries, and barbecue sauce, all piled onto a bun. We do love to see Cleveland ranking high on a good list. All right, one last reminder before the big day. Our APL Telethon Forget Me Not kicks off tomorrow. We're raising money to support our friends over at the Cleveland Animal Protective League for all the incredible things they do for animals here in Northeast Ohio. So you can text APL to 243-725, or you can visit clevelandapl.org to find out how you can help, and that's in addition to participating in our telethon fundraiser tomorrow. Thanks for being with us for today's edition of 3 News Daily. Whether you're watching us on WKYC Plus, YouTube, Instagram, or listening on your favorite podcast platform, we appreciate you. Enjoy today's beautiful day, and we'll be back tomorrow with more of your top stories from around Northeast Ohio. That is a good-looking city skyline we have downtown Cleveland.